No.
They contact you.
Some people from New
So
York.
did New York Anger contact you?
New York Anger? Who are that?
America's Natural
You have a
Gas
card?
Line.
And what did they ask me? What did they contact me for?
Well, they're the industry groups that
Okay.
serve New York.
Okay. So, do you understand the yellow thing that I'm sticking out? I'm from the city, so we don't have all this kind of stuff.
Actually, you do. There's natural gas everywhere in the
But
city.
we don't see it like this. We don't see it. I'm from Harlem. We don't see this production process that we do. So I just wanted to see if you could help me understand a little bit about the yellow pipe.
Those are guy wires.
No,
holding
don't
the-
see those?
Here in the ground. This shows where the pipeline is.
Correct.
Help me
that
understand
marks
how
the
that works.
pipeline.
Just help me understand how that works.
Well, there's pipeline in the ground, and there's
And that-
markers so people don't dig there.
And what's coming up into the, something's coming up into the pipe? Or the pipe just identifies what's in the ground? Or the location of what's in the ground?
Right. It identifies the location of the pipe that's in the ground.
And we're here because of the concern about what's coming up is unhealthy.
It's in a closed system, right?
I was just seeing a lake down there somewhere that it was like some funny kind of green in the water that apparently is...
You mean algae in a creek?
That's what you call it, is algae?
Yes.
We thought it was something, well, we were told it was something else.
Who told you that?
No, I told you
Did
it
the
was
Pennsylvania
algae.
Department of Environmental
I
Protection?
told them it was algae.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's algae and...
Well, what was it that you...
Well, we were wondering why
What
it's
did
all
she
over
What
the
did
place.
she ask
Well,
you?
she'll tell you.
Okay.
Yeah, I told them why it's all over the place. We have it in all kinds of creeks, and it started early. I started noticing it in February. So that's why we're asking for a further investigation of what's happening to our
You know what
creeks.
she said? What she's talking about?
Algae?
No, she said it wasn't the algae.
Yeah, it was only a bubble.
Bubbles.
Oh, then there's methane coming up. Yes, there's methane coming up. That's not the green. The methane just comes up as clear. It's not green, yeah. The algae is green, and then methane's coming up in the water from the riverbed. So, and the DEP has verified it. That's methane.
It's a natural. It's methane. It's been in this area for centuries, and there's lots of documentation. In fact, some people have had been digging for natural gas in this area since the 1800s. Some of you bleeding your tour. Their families have. Yeah, it's not a lot. It's only the biggest impact for the community right now are and that's bothersome to the neighborhoods and stuff like that. That's really the community is not alarmed beyond professional activists.
And why do you call us professional activists?
You don't
What does
work
that
jobs and you're activists everywhere. You like,
They don't work jobs?
right.
So we're professional activists?
That's what you
That sounds
I'm a resident.
sort of
I live
like
here.
I'm sorry.
that dismisses what might be.
They are
That's
concerned.
a sort of a.
I mean, there's reasons to be concerned.
Right.
But
I live here.
we are highly regulated, and we perform above and beyond the regulations.
That's why you have 24 pages of violations on DEP site, and this site is under investigation for over a year with the DEP for bad casing and spills. And you can look it up on the DEP site. What about that, Scott? Can you tell us about the investigation about this site and your other site up there, over a mile away, the Depew site with bad casing?
18 months next month, yeah.
And
Are you,
spills.
question, are you taking them to anybody who actually supports natural gas, or are you just going to go to different sites of people who
You
don't
guys, we're
support?
here, but you got to
We
answer
don't
the
know.
question.
You could follow us around. You'll find out.
I'm asking you though, or do you plan on taking them anywhere,
Take 'em
people who
where
support
we
natural gas?
wanna show 'em.
So is that a yes or a no, Craig?
I have a question.
I have taken them
So
to pro
you
gas
just
people in the past.
pointed at
Where?
Red Flag and called
In
them
Dimmock.
professional activists.
Where
In
about?
Springville.
What would you call Rachel?
So would you be okay
I
to?
really don't want to answer any more questions of
As a
yours. I'm trying to
professional
teach them
activist.
something.
But you're
I'm
not, because you're
here
just
to
giving them
get
a
questioned
one-sided
by you.
debate.
So
You're just giving them one
You're paid
side.
by the
I think
industry,
she
so
is.
please do not speak.
I'm just
Don't-
asking a
Why do you
question.
live in New
What I'm
York?
saying is you're.
What do you mean? Why do I live in New
Why
York?
don't you live here in the middle of gas lane like I do, that I have to live and my children have to
yeah.
live, my grandchildren? Why do
I
you
was
live in New York?
lucky
Are you
enough-
afraid to live
yes,
in gas
that's
lane?
it,
So then
Vera.
live here.
That's not true.
Live
You
in the
know
middle of
that.
gas lane with all of us.
You know that's
I
not
asked you a
true.
question. I didn't put words in your mouth.
So let me ask you a
Thanks.
question, one other question.
Thank you.
Because it is kind of loaded to call somebody a professional activist, because it's just
I'm sorry.
very cynical.
Jill just did the exact same thing.
But by the same token, I was going to ask, because I heard her ask, is she on the payroll?
My name is Rachel. I work with Energy and
Hi,
Depth.
Rachel. How are
Sorry,
you?
nice to meet you officially.
So what do
I
you?
live in
So
New York.
Rachel, do you get paid for what you do for them?
I do. I actually was one of the. I don't work with this person individually. I work separate. So
What do you
actually,
mean? You have your own sort of.
yep. I live in New York. So I'm a landowner in New York, and I work with
But I'm
Energy
saying
and
you
Depth,
work,
which
what
I
you
just
do
said.
is for the organization.
With Energy and Depth.
What's,
What does Energy and Depth do?
We are
That's all right,
we're
go
an educational advocacy for the natural gas industry. So I work with several different companies, and I would love if you guys would like to come up one day and actually, see the other side of the story, which you won't see today. There's a few companies that would be willing to take you on site and actually look at what it does. So just an option if you'd like to. Feel free to contact me, and I'll get you those contacts as well. You'll get two sides of the debate that
so
way.
energy, what's it? Energy
In depth, I'll get
Is
you.
that EID?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
EID.
Do you have a card on you?
I do. I'll grab you one right out of the car.
Rachel, how do they see both sides? I've gone on the site. I'm on the site every other article. You know that. Vera and I are. Being bad mouth and malign. Like
Did
when
you
say I
take-
stole
are you
my
going to
grandmother's
take them?
property, thanks so much.
Are
which I
you
didn't do.
taking them?
What's that?
Are you
Told them
taking
to
them
go.
on a
I
site?
told them to contact the industry to go for the industry tours. I told them just
Are you
now.
taking them to anybody who supports natural gas, or is it going to be
did
all
show
people
us
who
a
are
sign.
against it?
I just told you. I just pointed out people who support gas, and if they're
You
on
did
the
show us a
tour.
sign.
First of
Would
all,
you
I
like to
show.
stop and talk to somebody who's in support of
No,
the
because
industry?
right now we're
So let
doing
me do
people
this.
who
Let me
have
suggest this,
problems.
That's my
Because the industry
Excuse
doesn't
me,
show
I
the
was listening
problems.
to what you're saying. I'm
I was
sorry.
going to say, I don't.
They can talk
have-
to anybody they want.
Yeah, there's no question I will. But
He will. He can talk to anybody who's not chat.
but I don't mind moving forward. If
Yeah.
if
First
that's-
of all, I don't want to. I want to do my tour. So you're
Continue your tour. I'm on a public road.
I'm with you.
We're ready.
I first would like to do my tour also. I just want to point out, if we can finish, thank you for your time. Thank you for your time. But I'm here to do a tour, not
Okay,
be blocked
continue.
by the industry, which you'd like to block us wherever we go.
No one's blocking you.
Yes, you are. You're blocking this entrance, and then you had to keep
You can't see
talking.
the entrance. You're fine.
So we
Continue
have
your
4
tour.
gas wells here. This site.
Is that part of this?
So, excuse me, can I
that's a
just do a
pipeline.
tour and just give you the information I give everybody when I'm not blocked by the industry? This is 4 gas wells here that took over a year to produce to get to this point. We have 4 brine tanks. You have to have a tank per well of this size to take the liquid that's out of the gas when they separate it. And that liquid has to be emptied out. And that brine has all kinds of, besides high chlorides, it could possibly have all kinds of metals and radioactivity. So we have heaters on the other side. That's on the side of here. And as you walk up, they put this fence in 2 weeks ago because the neighbors are complaining that I do tours every week and I bring people here and we park alongside of the road. I point out different things about what's here and they take some pictures and the neighbors complain, so they put up this concealing fence. So we will be seeing other sites also. But the neighbors are not complaining about the industry with hundreds of trucks and hundreds of workers, but they complain about us. See, they don't want you to walk. You can't even look at. This is considered trespassing. How far can we go? He tells us 16 feet from the center. So we want to look at signs. Look at that. The signs tell you how many permits, and the signs also tell you how much the water is permitted. 4 million gallons per day, up to 4 million gallons per well that is fracked. So you have you have the permits. They did 4 out of the 6. That means they can come here and drill 2 more wells at some point. You have heaters on the other side. They separate the gas. And you have a special fence they put up, sound protection, a soundproof fence, and it doesn't do much. It's just a wooden fence. We have poles on that side.
The owners.
No, not this one, but there's wood. See over here. What's your first name again? Bill. You see that wood up back there? That was put up when the neighbors back there, when the neighbors complained there was too much noise. They put the wood up.
What is it?
Oh, it's very loud. And you'll see the drilling. This is now not loud, but when it's drilling, it's loud. When it's fracking, it's loud. When it's flaring, it's loud, and that goes
What
on.
is it? What is?
And you'll see
What
it.
is the fracking?
And you'll see it as we go along, because I'll explain in the car more, so we don't have to hang around here so much.
Are there volatile organic compounds that just are coming off of those sites that we can't see?
Well, there could be on top of that, and there could be also from, we have stacks right there over the heater, so there's all kinds of VOCs that are coming up out of there, and other toxins that are coming up out of there.
So if we had a FLIR camera, we might
If
be
we had a
able to
FLIR
see.
camera, we could
Right.
see it. We can ask him, anything coming up off the new brine tanks, or are they all sealed?
When they're putting it in,
Any vents on
hundreds,
top
it
of
could
that
be
that you know
a
of,
lot,
Scott?
Hundreds.
Yeah, there's a vent on top of the brine tanks.
Okay,
what is
so-
a vent?
Now it's basically
what is a
just
vent?
the crew that
It
comes by to
vents
make
the
sure nothing
vapor
problem
that,
with the
that
leak or
is
spill,
inside the brine
which
tank.
can
So
happen
what
on
kind
the
of
brine
vapor,
tanks.
what
They've
are
had that
the
before, just a-
components of that
just a-
vapor?
not-
I don't know.
Texas.
But methane would be
Where are
part
you local?
So anything else?
Are you local, sir?
not that I'm aware of.
He doesn't know, basically.
You're
He said
you
he
live
didn't know.
locally, you're not
That's how
from
he answers.
out of
He
out of
never
state?
knows too much. Can you look into that, Scott,
What's
so
that?
you know for the next
So you're
drill?
local, oh great. We
And
rarely,
since you're the PR
usually we have
person
guys
for,
that are from Texas
WPL.
or
Do you have
Oklahoma or
card?
Louisiana. Right?
So your family been around a long time in these hills?
Rachel knows. She comes to our meetings sometimes.
You ready?
Yeah.
Like, you can share with me.
Okay, so we're ready to go. We can go to now to another site.
So what student are you with?
We can go straight up and then we'll just make a.
No, we're gonna do a left and loop around. No, we're just gonna go up top.
If you guys want to put together a story, call me, and I'll help you guys understand all sides of the issue. I can put you in charge with
But I
local
think
people
we're gonna go straight, make a loop.
That have
And
made
then we'll
money.
go to the Manning's house.
or have not.
Or want to
All right.
make money.
I mean,
Thank
like,
you.
all right.